It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Those very famous first words were spoken by Neil Armstrong on the moon around 44 years ago, and the last time a human stepped foot on the moon was 41 years ago, almost to the day. With the Chinese landing on the moon on Saturday, it begs the question, why hasn't the United States or any other country displayed interest in racing back to the moon? First, we need to understand why the United States decided to go to the moon in the first place. It all comes down to the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. When the United States heard that the Soviet Union had managed to successfully launch a satellite into orbit around Earth, the space race to the moon was on. We weren't going there to explore. America was there to try show up other countries. NASA couldn't be the first to space, but they could try and be the first to the moon. In 2005's money, NASA estimates that the Apollo program, which saw 6 groups of men make their way to the moon at different times, cost a cool $170 billion. That means that each Apollo launch which managed to make it to the moon cost on average $29 billion. First off, we don't really need to have humans on the moon, thanks to satellites we have orbiting the moon looking for water and mapping out the moon. It's much cheaper to have these going around the moon than sending humans out there to do their own hunting. Secondly, it has to do with the lack of money. After the public lost interest in the moon thanks to the United States winning the space race, Congress cut NASA's funding. For NASA, it would be a lot cheaper to leave humans they send to the moon there to die, due to getting back to Earth costing a lot of money. That's why we tend to these days just send robots to things we want to see, as we can just leave them there. According to NASA's chief, Charles Bolden, NASA isn't going to the moon with a human as a primary project probably in my lifetime. NASA is aiming to focus on a manned mission to an asteroid and eventually to Mars in the mid-2030s, which would be more valuable than the moon. So unless the United States feels the need to show to the world they're better than any other country, we probably won't see them racing out to the moon with humans on board anytime soon. But maybe with China making it back to the moon, the United States might feel compelled to go back just to try and prove something. But unless the public wants NASA to return to the moon, they won't. Be sure to subscribe and share this video with your social circle, it really helps me out.